honestly, sometimes it feels like I didn't make the song. It feels like the song was a gift to me from whatever I was feeling, like it just came to me and it just came so naturally. And
let me know if you're receiving a message in this mess as much as me. God behind my carelessness and heaven the ways that you see me.
Hi, I'm Chloe, and this is Swathi, and you're with Sugar and Spice, only on the hottest thing on campus, Radio Heatwave. Today, we are joined by a very special guest. You've probably heard her beautiful voice on a National Day song that she composed, The Road Ahead, and she has even been praised. She had her vocals praised by Troye Sivan.
LINYING has been riding on a high, and she's thrilled to finally unveil her most personal work to date. After dropping singles after singles the past few months, singer-songwriter LINYING'S debut album, There Could Be Wreckage Here, has been released. Born out of the most intimate pockets of her life, LINYING reveals her most authentic, vulnerable self on this record about being scared, being excited, and being in love. Let's welcome our homegrown singer-songwriter LINYING. Hello!
hi. Oh my gosh, your intros are so professional. I love it.
Thank you. So congratulations on your new album. We love the songs, and you can really tell the amount of soul and effort you put into each song. So There Could Be Wreckage Here speaks about personal experience about seeing the good and the bad, but going through with it anyways. So what was the most challenging part of producing and releasing this album?
Well, I think it's because this is my second body of work. And when you're making your first body of work, you don't really think too much. There are no expectations. You can kind of dictate whatever direction it goes. And, it took a lot of time to just kind of figure out how to collaborate with people, how to find my sound, how to find the right producers to work with. And yeah, I think it was just so much trial and error. So the songs were written from like 2017, and the fact that it's only out now in 2022 is, I guess, it's really testament to just how much trying it takes to make a record like that. So yeah, I mean, the time itself was a challenge, but I think also like how you want to define yourself as an artist and how you want your music to sound like, that was also a huge challenge as well.
I would say timeless. Your song was timeless. So I couldn't tell. I mean, usually you would kind of tell if it was a bit older, the songs, but I really couldn't tell this one.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I've always told myself that, like, trends come and go, but the stuff that people resonate with is just what's true to you and like your experience as a human being, that kind of stuff, like that's always consistent throughout all of music. And yeah, I just really tried to keep to that.
Even though like 2017 is so different from right now because of like we're literally in a global pandemic. I don't think you would have expected this in 2017, but
Nope.
here we are.
What the song resonates with is the most important when it comes to listening to music. So what did you want your listeners to feel or resonate with when they listen to your album?
I don't expect there to be like, specific takeaways for any listener, but I do feel like as a listener of music myself, like my favorite thing is when I see myself in songs, or, when there's a song that articulates an experience that I might not have known how to vocalize, or how to make sense of things. And I guess that's really what I hope to give people, like not just in this record, but every single record I make. Whatever I go through as a human being, there's a good chance that someone else is going through it too. And I think I would really love for the songs to just kind of soundtrack them, or to make someone else feel understood and a little less alone. It's not going to solve anyone else's problems, but maybe it'll just help accompany them throughout their moments in life.
The 3 new ones, This Time Tomorrow, Lovers Stay Right for Each Other, and Shh. If you could describe them as an emotion, what would you describe them as?
Okay, This Time Tomorrow is definitely resignation. It is that point of the album where I'm like, this is who you are. It's time for you to accept it. You are the kind of person that runs into the tornado when it's happening, and you just have to accept it about yourself. So I think probably resignation. Lovers Stay Right for Each Other is definitely wistfulness. It's, it's about feeling like I wish that I was the same person that I used to be before. And I really regret that, my experiences have made me someone who's now harder to be close to, or, harder to be accepting. So yeah, there definitely is like a big element of like wistfulness in it. Shish is probably comfort because it's like a mother saying to a baby like hush now, and everything's gonna be fine. So yeah, it's probably it.
Can I just say it took me so long to figure out what resignation means? I was like, wow, beautiful words, resignation, wistfulness, and comfort. I was looking at like, oh, happy, sad, but wow, that really shows like how much.
I hope you have a
What a
thesaurus
beautiful-
browser right next to you now.
What a beautiful grasp you have on like words, and I think we can see that through your songs as well.
So
Yeah.
over the years, right? So over the years that you put out music, so you've been in this industry for quite some time now. So how do you say your music direction has kind of evolved over the years?
I mean, I don't know. I really try not to put too many like words to it. I really don't like thinking about genre. I feel like that's a music journalist's job. And because once I start thinking about genre, it'll start affecting the way I listen to other songs. And I'll start thinking too much about, where I sit in the artist today, like my positioning. And that's stuff that, while it's important to know, it's also important to not constantly have that on your mind. So I feel like I make music with these very like broad principles, and they're mostly things like, okay, are they honest to what I'm feeling? Do the experiences accurately reflect what I'm going through? And are they impactful? And just are they truthful? And I think sonically, I just make sure to keep listening to music that I like, and to just make an effort to understand the landscape around me. And I just kind of put this trust into my ears and know that whatever I listen to will probably seep into the music I make. And yeah, so that's kind of the approach I have with music direction. I know this is going to change because as a person, your preferences are going to change as you grow, right? And I guess because of that, as your input changes, your output changes as well. So like I wouldn't think too much about evolution. I just try to keep to the core values, and then whatever sound comes out, comes out.
I think like when we try to put a creative cap or like a label on what we do, and then our stuff just gets skewed.
It limits you.
Yeah, I think we experience that like in what we do as well. So that's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, like people that you model yourself after, or like your role models. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's great not put a label on things so quick because it's about letting your creativity shine.
I know I'm aware like how much of a hippie I sound right now, but like
no, it makes sense. It completely makes sense, right? So let's go on good behavior because you said that it's your most favorite song.
yes. And I never say this about any song at all.
Okay, so like it is very okay. I just want to say that it's also my favorite song from you. So what line in this song speaks to you the most?
Oh, you know what it is? Like, I'm such a stickler for words, right? And I'm always obsessing over like the right word to use, or sometimes when it's not grammatically correct, I'll be like, can we put this in? Like, but I really feel like for good behavior, honestly, sometimes it feels like I didn't make the song. It feels like the song was a gift to me from whatever I was feeling, like it just came to me and it just came so naturally. And I think my favorite line of the song is probably that title phrase, everybody love my good behavior, everybody love me softer, sweeter, just because it's grammatically incorrect. And like, I just think that if this was the work of myself alone, I would never have intentionally written a line like that. But I just feel like I was so taken by the feeling that it really just came out. And I think that haphazard quality of it, to me, like I romanticize it, and I think it's so charming that like it's come out completely grammatically incorrect, but it makes sense in all these bigger non-grammatical ways to me. So yeah.
I think
so dramatic, right?
I want to know what your biggest dream is. Is there something that you think would define success as a musician?
I don't know, like, I mean, people ask me this question all the time, but I feel like, when I was a kid, my dream was to like play bass beats, for example, when I was in school.
Okay.
But like, when that opportunity came, it felt like the most natural thing in the world. And I didn't feel like, I'm checking off a big thing off my list now. And it was the same for like all these festivals, like, sharing a lineup with my dream bands like 1975. Like when it actually comes to you, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like, oh, my dream is happening right now. It feels like it's the most natural thing in the world. And I guess also with some perspective, I've learned not to like peg my dreams to these like tangible things, because it's never going to turn out like what you imagine. You know, you think that that's going to bring you all the fulfillment and like whatever sense of accomplishment and value you want to feel. But chances are when you get there, you know, if those things aren't already there, you're probably going to feel like it's lacking. So I would say I would just want to always feel like I'm like, if anybody asked me what's the best time in your life, I want to say right now. I never want to be like, oh, you know, 2015 was a good year and like carry that all the way until it's like 2050. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be asked when is the best time, and I want to be able to always say now. I think that would probably be my dream.
Live in the moment.
Wow. Wow. I'm just thinking about the time that Chloe and I had a show about our dreams. I think, Chloe, this is the advice that we should have given.
Why? What were your dreams?
I think I said, Chloe, was my dream to live in the Himalayas with 2 goats. It was. Yeah, that was the dream.
Whoa.
It sounded so superficial. Can you imagine, like, when I was on this show with her, I gave such a superficial answer. I was like, I wanna have a good job, you know, give money to my family. Those
That's
things
not superficial, you know, it's just a different articulation of what you want to feel, which is that you're taking care of your parents and the people who are taking.
Wow, look at that, Chloe. Wow.
And then she just came in, I want a goat. I want to go.
2 goats. I actually wanted just 1 goat, but then like 1 goat would be lonely. So I thought, okay, I'll have 2
It's
goats.
solitary creatures, so you know, like mountain goats, they just like roam on their own, right?
Yeah.
They'd probably be happy. But yeah, I mean, for your sake, I would say you should have a backup goat just in case you get lonely.
Okay, goat. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Your words about dreams. Yeah. I think it would be such an amazing feeling if someone asked me like, oh, what's the one thing you want to achieve right now? And I could say like,
I'm living it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's right now.
Sounds good.
This is the dream. I'm living the dream. Wow. That is a dream. Being able to say I'm living the dream is a really nice dream.
Like what Swathi said, what's next for her is going on Himalayas and living with her goats. So what's next for
Hopefully.
I really want to go to the Himalayas too, but
It's a
I don't know about the goat part.
the universal dream?
It's a valid dream.
It is a very valid dream. But yeah, I mean, what's next is I'm working on an album right now. So I mean,
Wow.
I was working on these songs like from 2017 to 2019, and it was all recorded by 2019. It just took a very long time to firm up the release plans. So I'm just kind of in that season, you know, for artists, like you go through the living and writing season, and this is where you like go through life and you pay attention to like how you're feeling about things that happen to you. You observe, you really like soak it in. And you know, that's sometimes the frustrating period, but it's also like quite magical because, you know, everything that you go through, you're always like looking for little sparks or little moments of inspiration. Yeah, I think that's what's next for me in terms of my professional life. But you know, I also want to reiterate that like my profession isn't everything about my life. Honestly, like with something like music and songwriting, if you make songwriting your life, you are going to have nothing to write songs about. So it's really important to just live and like just live like a normal person and go through what normal people go through. And yeah, then the song part is just another way to enhance it. So yeah, I would say I don't know what's next for me in that sense. Yeah, we'll have to see lah.
So thank you, Linking. So check out There Could Be Wreckage out on all music platforms now. Do also check out the Good Behavior music video out on YouTube as well. Thank you, Linking.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Let me know if you're receiving a message in this mess as much as me. God behind my carelessness and heaven knows that you see me. 'Cause everybody love my good.